welcome family and friends to the Carver Middle High School graduation ceremony for the class of 2023. Would you please rise and welcome the members of the school committee, members of the Carver Select Board, dignitaries, Superintendent Scott Neef, Principal Christine Cabral, Assistant Principals Sean McGinnis and Dylan Antel, Carver Middle High School faculty members, and of course, the Carver Middle High School class of 2023.
Good morning. I am Christine Cabral, proud principal of Carver Middle High School, and I'd like to welcome you, town officials, school committee members, select board members, Superintendent Neef, administration, faculty, families, and friends to the commencement ceremonies for the class of 2023. If I could ask that everyone remain standing for our opening ceremonies. At this time, I welcome the Carver Fire Department Color Guard for the presentation of the colors. It is my great pleasure to introduce Miss Jillian Griffin and the high school chorus for the singing of our national anthem. I invite the Secretary of the Class of 2023 to the podium to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, Lindsay DeSisto.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The Grand Marshal, Class of 2024 President, Cameron Zanaboni, if you could please seat the Class of 2023 at this time. Thank you. Please be seated. I would like to thank the Carver Fire Department Honor Guard our Carver Middle High School chorus and Lindsay DeSisto for our opening graduation ceremony. Before I have the privilege of addressing the class of 2023, I would like to recognize the many people who have contributed to the success of our graduates. First, to the parents and guardians. Thank you for your devotion to your children and their futures. Your efforts and hard work have played an instrumental role in the success of your children. You should rightfully take great pride in their accomplishments. To the Carver Middle High School faculty and staff, thank you for working to make our school a place of tremendous opportunities for children. I thank you for your dedication to our students, for your positive and supportive attitude, and for your support of me during my first year as principal. It seems appropriate at this time to take a moment to recognize several of our staff members who have retired or will be retiring at the end of this school year. Candace Barry, Teresa Fernandez-Payne, Lorraine Leahy, Ginny Machado, Thomas McLean, Eileen McPherson, Anthony Rhoda, and Mary Willett. Our community is better for the time they have spent here. Their impact on the students at Carver Middle High School will forever leave an imprint on them and the community. To Scott Neef, the Superintendent of Carver Public Schools, thank you for your support and your dedication to this community and for your consistent focus on the goal of improving teaching and learning for all students. Your presence at school activities does not go unnoticed, and your pride in Carver is evident. To Sean McGinnis and Dylan Antel, where do I begin? Thank you both for your first year of service as assistant principals at Carver Middle High School. I thank you both for your support of the athletic department, and Mr. McGinnis, I thank you for your role as acting athletic director. It is evident in your daily interactions that you care about the success of our students and you are dedicated to the community of Carver. I am very proud of our administrative team. To our senior class advisors, Liza Bertram, Rachel Pinlap, and Tony Rhoda, I thank you for making the senior year a year to remember for our graduates. The work that goes into your roles, especially at this time of year, is monumental, but rest assured that these seniors appreciate all that you have done for them in getting them to this point in their journey, and I thank you. Thank you to Jeremy Tunis and to the Carver High School Band for their time and effort in providing all of the music during the graduation week ceremonies. To our guidance department, Chrissy McKenna, Christina Nolan, and Patricia Winslow, and the administrative assistant, Amy Gould, I thank you for your hard work and dedication supporting our students throughout the last 4 years. We are all assured and confident these graduates today are ready for the next part of their journey. Your efforts have provided students with multiple post-high school opportunities, including college, the workplace, and military. Thank you. To our administrative assistants, Michelle Nickerson and Ashley Doyle, I thank you for all you do behind the scenes today and every day. They take great care in managing a magnitude of tasks on a daily basis to ensure our school runs smoothly. And to Lynn Galuzzo, I thank you for your support this year. Your singular goal has been to make sure that I am on time and prepared for everything, every day. You have played a vital role in my transition into the principalship. To support staff, custodians, cafeteria staff, transportation, and monitors. Education is a team effort, and you all play an essential role in our success. I thank you for providing a safe and supportive learning environment for our students in your respective domains. And to the Carver School Committee, thank you for your continued commitment and investment to our schools. You have always put education at the forefront of our community, and the students of Carver Middle High School greatly appreciate it. And finally, to the many scholarship donors, for their tremendous generosity and support of our students, nearly $106,000 was awarded to our students at Convocation Thursday night, and we thank you. to the class of 2023. I am so proud of you. I am proud of you, and I am honored to have the opportunity to address this graduating class as the principal of Carver Middle High School. I've watched you grow up over the last 7 years, and I want you to know that I admire all of you for your hard work and your determination you've demonstrated in order to be here today. You've started approximately 1,260 school days listening to me share daily words of wisdom in morning announcements, and I know you're really going to miss them. But honestly, those words of wisdom come from a program called Project Wisdom. It's a program that we subscribe to, and I simply turn the page every day and I read. But today, I've prepared special words of wisdom just for this class of 2023. I recently read a book called Unstoppable by Alden Mills. Alden Mills was a Navy SEAL who wrote this book to convey 8 essential life lessons for his 4 young sons. The story begins with a parable about 2 young boys who grew up in a small town called Up to You. In the town of Up to You, every child receives the exact same boat on the day they are born. This is a very unique boat. As the children grow, their boats grow with them, and children can make changes to their boats as they grow older. They can make their boat bigger, stronger, faster, fancier. All the children living in the town of Up to You attend Up to You University, where they learn to captain their own boats. And upon graduating from Up to You University, they go to work in what is known as Hard Work Carver. As you can imagine, while these 2 boys in the story grew up in the same town, received the exact same boat, entered the same school, and had the same opportunities, things did not turn out the same for each boy. Their success or failure was determined by their personal choices and their ability to persevere. So I'm not going to share all 8 essential life skills noted by Alden Mills, but I am going to share a few of his key points in Unstoppable that I hope will speak strongly to you. Alden Mills wrote, "You are limited by only 2 things in your life: your ability to dream and the courage to pursue those dreams." As you move forward from this remarkable day, you must allow yourself time to dream. When was the last time you allowed yourself time to dream? And I'm not talking about a nightmare or a dream that you have while you are sleeping. I'm talking about time dedicated to focus on your goals and your passions. Time to identify your true passion, a dream that gives you a sense of purpose, and go after it. You are all unique, and you all captain your own boat. Each of you has special skills, talents, and interests. Among you, there are scientists, writers, mathematicians, historians, humanitarians, dancers, artists, musicians, and athletes. I want you to use your gifts and your talents to pursue great things. I encourage you to dream like the sky is the limit and have the courage to pursue those dreams. American minister Robert Schuller once said, "There are not great people in this world. There are only ordinary people. The only difference is that some people set higher goals, they dream bigger dreams, and they settle for nothing less than their best." So my first key point is to dream big and to make sure your dreams are linked to something that you are passionate about, because that will give you a sense of purpose. You need to have both a dream and a sense of purpose in order to both be inspired to pursue your dream and to have the courage to carry on. This segues into my second key point, persistence. Your ability to keep trying to reach your goals, to overcome the challenges you will face, is the key factor to your success. It is inevitable that there will be obstacles in your life, but nothing is more important than your ability to persevere. Henry Ford once said, "The only real mistake is the one from which we learn nothing." Do not give up in the face of failure. Instead, look at failure as an opportunity to learn from your mistakes and move forward. You are great graduates. You are going on to do great things. Be determined to reach your goals and have the confidence in yourself to achieve your dreams. It takes time and patience to accomplish big dreams. Know that there will be failures along the way, but keep moving forward and celebrate each small accomplishment. By acknowledging each step of success, you will gain confidence. Believe in yourself, never give up, and you will be unstoppable. In closing, you are Carver Crusaders now, and you will always be part of our Carver Crusader family. Oh, the places you'll go to college, military, workforce. Remember that we are here for you to help you face your trials and tribulations. And we would love to celebrate in your triumphs and victories as well. Every choice you make, your hard work, commitment and courage to learn from failure and never give up will make you bigger, stronger, faster, fancier, and give you the ability to succeed. Be the best you can be. It's up to you. The choice is yours. Congratulations and best wishes, class of 2023. Thank you. I would now like to invite our senior class president, Sydney Sheehan, to the podium to address the class.
Hard act to follow. Thank you, Ms. Cabral. Well, good morning, guests, administration, teachers, friends, my parents, mom and dad. I hope you can see me okay. And of course, the class of 2023. It was only 7 short years ago, you can call nearly a decade a short time, that Carver Middle High School saw the class of 2023 as small, beady-eyed adolescents entering its walls. We had no idea what we were in for walking through that door. Didn't know that Mrs. Waitner's voice booms through her hallway, or that Mr. W, when given the opportunity to, will throw markers at his students. We didn't know that every year our math teacher, first Mr. Cal, then Miss Payne, then Mr. Evans, would leave the school on a good note after teaching our class as their final year. We had a lot to learn, and the only thing we knew going into high school was that we needed to support one another as best as we could. We encouraged, advised, and inspired one another. As we scrambled to do our best, we turned to our educators. I want to thank our teachers for always supporting us. Mrs. Kilnap, Mrs. Calvo, Mr. A, and Mr. Lamoureux, thank you for always being there for me. But on a broader scope, there's a few people who our class would like to thank for simply being there. To Mrs. Cabral and her morning announcements that took up the majority of her period. To Mr. Rooney and his keys jingling down the hallways, scaring people into not skipping class. To Mr. Vance and O'Malley, the service dog, for visiting our classrooms and distracting Mrs. Kilnap to let us pet the dog. And finally, to Mrs. Young, and trusting us with your graph calculator chargers, which you will never see again. As I look into the crowd this morning, I see the same 25 Captain Powell preschoolers, the same 4th to 5th grade Mrs. Deswaldo repeaters, the same middle school survivors, and the newest Carver Middle High School senior graduates. There's something so bittersweet about growing up with the same people your entire lives, partly because you discover who you want to be as you migrate through your childhood with these people, always just a classroom away, and partly because there's that comfort in knowing everyone around you. Here, we could trust our school friends to pick our head up on the days that we needed it most, and our best friends to humble us as we walk down the hallways, reminding me that my nickname was Squid for a large part of the school. I've never felt more privileged to stand here today and address the graduating class of 2023 for the last time as your class president. So seniors, thank you for late nights and insufferable classes, and allowing me to be our class voice for the past 4 years. Admin, thank you for putting up with us and replacing our broken Chromebooks every other week. And most importantly, teachers, thank you for never giving up on us and encouraging us to do our best.
Thank you, Sydney. Each senior student had the opportunity to address the class during this graduation ceremony. Student speeches were submitted and reviewed by a committee consisting of staff and administration to select the class orator. I am proud to introduce to you the 2023 class orator, Jasper DeMello.
For 12 years, we have heard ourselves referred to as the class of 2023. It felt so far away. Now, it's here. This is the day they were talking about. This is the day that has labeled our class since we first entered elementary school. We are the class of 2023. Some classmates will enter college and become the class of 2027. Others will join the workforce, and a few will enter the military to serve our country. Whatever path we may be taking after leaving this chapter, our high school life will be behind us. Now, it's no secret that we face some adversities and pitfalls along the way. The earliest class hardship I can think of is not getting our 5th grade science fair. I don't even know if they do science fairs at the elementary school anymore, but I still think about the fact that I couldn't do my project on how to grow rock candy crystals or try to hatch an egg from the grocery store. However, the biggest thing we faced was the COVID pandemic that cut our freshman year short, stole our sophomore year, and affected our junior year of learning. Finally, our senior year, I feel like we can say it's behind us. But its lasting effects will forever be with us. Some of us face mental health challenges that we still carry, challenges where in those dark times we felt completely alone and isolated with no one to help. Some of us lost loved ones, people we wanted to see us graduate who will no longer be able to take a seat. Some of us faced financial hardships and had to pick up 2 jobs to help out our families. I know it's cliche to say, but these challenges have truly made us stronger as a class and stronger as people. We are part of a generation that knows what it's like to fall down and get up just to fall again. As teenagers, we are often told we are too young, too childish. At times we may have felt too shy, not smart enough, or not popular enough to accomplish our goals. But we have learned to be strong, to speak louder, to sing our own song, and not care if others don't think we are enough. We showed ourselves and everyone else that we could rise above and reach our goals. We are part of a generation that has validated mental health struggles and paved the way for those who will come after us. We are part of a generation that has experienced inequality and unfair treatment and has stepped up to make the changes we want to see in the world. We have done these things to make a better life for our younger siblings, cousins, friends, and all those who will come after us. We are a voice, and we have the strength and courage and drive to make real change in the world. And I believe we will. We have experienced the hardships of life in such an arduous way that we know what it's like to be buried under piles and piles of doubt. But we dug our way to the surface, and we stand on top of the mountain with our heads, the struggles under our feet, and our heads held high, ready to take on what's next. At the beginning of this year, I didn't think I would be ready to graduate, but I was wrong. After a few short months, I've come to realize and learn that I'm more than ready to move on. Because of our families, friends, teachers, and everyone in this building who has worked so hard to ensure we succeed and thrive, we are ready to move on to the next chapter. We will continue to make an impact on the lives we touch and the world we live in. I believe we are part of a group of individuals who sees flaws in our world and will continue to fight to reach what we believe is right. I know we will change the world. We all will have, and have already had, an impact on our communities and our greater society. I can't wait to see what happens next and what we will do to change the world. Thank you.
Thank you, Jasper. This time, I would like to introduce Superintendent of Carver Public Schools, Scott Neef, to address the graduates.
Good morning. I'm so happy to be here today and be part of your graduation class of 2023. Congratulations to each and every one of you, your families and friends. I'd like to thank everyone here for the role you've played in the lives of our graduates. Parents and guardians, you're ultimately and primarily responsible for molding and shaping the students we see on the stage today. I'm sure many of you look up here and see partial reflections of yourselves. Thank you to family and friends who've always been there for each one of our graduates. Thank you to our teachers and staff who've supported you all along the way. And finally, thank you to Mrs. Cabral, Mr. McGinnis, and Mr. Antel for your leadership throughout this school year. As a class, you've worked hard and you've accomplished much. As individuals, you've always demonstrated a wide range of talents and abilities in academics, athletics, and the arts. I've been impressed watching you perform in the classroom, in this auditorium, on our fields and courts. As a class, you've left your mark on our school through your service, scholarship, and kindness. During the April vacation, I had the opportunity to travel to Europe for 11 days with a group of 31 Carver Middle High School students and chaperones. We traveled to Austria, Germany, and Switzerland. The trip was really a tremendous learning opportunity for everybody involved. At the end of our trip, our tour guide shared a quote from Mark Twain. 20 years from now, you'll be more disappointed by the things you didn't do than by the ones you did. I said that wrong. So we'll try that again. Sorry about that. Okay, sit back, take a breath, try that again. At the end of our trip, our tour guide shared a quote from Mark Twain. 20 years from now, you'll be more disappointed by the things you didn't do than by the ones you did. So throw off your bow lines, sail away from safe harbor, and catch the trade winds in your sails. Explore, dream, discover. What a great quote for you to reflect on your graduation day, as you throw off your bow lines and sail away on your next adventure. Explore. In life, learn through experience. I've always been a firm believer that not all learning occurs in the classroom. You learn through experience. Ask your friends and family in the audience today. Many of them will tell you about experiences that changed their life and shaped who they are. Many of you as graduates, you can probably already identify one or two things that's happened in your life that you've learned from that have shaped who you are on the stage today. We want you all to be continuous learners. The best way to do this is through experiencing as many different things as you can. Always seek to broaden your horizons. The more you experience in life, the more you will learn, the more you will grow. You will have many opportunities to do great things in your life, to have a new experience, to make new friends, to work with someone you never thought you'd work with, or to take a trip to Europe. Always seek out lessons in life, and remember you learn through experience. Dream. Imagine the possibilities. Let your dreams guide you. Don't settle for anything. Don't be afraid to dream. You need to imagine what your life, your career, your relationships could and should be. You need to dream about what your life will become and can become. Today, I ask you to imagine the possibilities of your own future. The possibilities that you as a class represent are innumerable, and I hope I'm still here in 30 or 40 years to see all the great things you've accomplished. Discover. Listen when opportunity knocks. When Mrs. Calvo and Mr. Schoen reach out to me and ask, are you interested in chaperoning the trip to Europe? Without much of a hesitation, I said, I'm in. A trip to Europe in the scheme of things is fairly minor. But throughout your life, you're going to be presented with many opportunities. When opportunity knocks, you need to answer the door. Often you'll hear people say, I wish I had done that. I had the opportunity to, but I didn't. Someone asked me, but I just couldn't do it. So when life provides you with opportunities, take advantage of them, and you'll find that those opportunities will enrich you. Because remember, 20 years from now, you'll be more disappointed by the things you didn't do than by the ones you did. Lastly, not part of Mark Twain's quote, but kind of a reflection on the trip. The world is a beautiful place. It's difficult for me to describe the beauty of the countryside of Austria and Switzerland. It's so different from what you see here in New England. You had village after village tucked in the valley of the Alps. At each turn on the trip, we were amazed by what we saw. At the time, though, I reflected and said to someone, that the people who live in these villages would probably be as impressed by the beauty of some of the harbors and beaches of Cape Cod, or the New Hampshire lakes, or the mountains of northern New England in fall, as we were by the Alps in Switzerland and Germany. Most things in life have beauty. All things in life have beauty. But we don't always see it. So live your life both seeking the beauty of the new places, but also not missing the beauty that's around you every day. So as you move forward from graduation today, remember and embrace. Explore, you learn through experience. Dream, imagine the possibilities. Discover, listen when opportunity knocks. And remember, this world is really a beautiful place. It's with pride that I serve as the superintendent of the Carver Public Schools. Thank you, best of luck in the future, and congratulations to each one of our graduates. I now have the privilege of announcing our two highest academic awards. First, the salutatorian. The salutatorian is the individual earning the second highest grade point average in the senior class. And at this time, we're extremely proud to announce this year's salutatorian for the class of 2023 is Matt DeSisto. And we invite Matt to come and address his class. We'll give the award after his speech.
Good morning, students, families, friends, and staff. First off, I want to thank the administration and everyone involved in making this event happen. We appreciate all that you do. I also want to thank all the teachers here today, from elementary school to high school, who helped shape us into the individuals we are becoming. Now, to my fellow graduates, as you look around today, to those faces on your left and your right, possibly for the last time as a full class, it almost feels so real that a day that seemed so far away only 4 years ago has finally arrived. I think it becomes so easy to take the present for granted. We can become caught up in what will be happening tomorrow or next week or next year. We can become so consumed by end goals that we fail to recognize how far we've come. At the same time, we feel dragged down by things that have come and passed. And in the midst of these constant pushes and pulls, we forget to live fully in between. In those immediate moments between the past and the future is the only place where life can be lived to its full potential. We've all spent over a decade together in and outside of the classroom. Through the years, I've had the chance to get to know some amazing people. I've shared almost every class with my twin sister. Some of my friends I have known since preschool at Captain Powell's in that first kindergarten class. And along the way, I've made so many more new connections that I will never forget. We've also made some incredible memories together, whether it be long nights in a cabin at Camp Borndale, wandering the streets of New York City in 8th grade, or getting stuck for 4 hours in Orlando airport. It seems like just yesterday, we all logged on to a first of our many Zoom calls. And now, here we all sit on graduation day. Today, you all should feel so proud of what you've accomplished these past 4 years, and should feel hopeful for whatever the future has in store for you. But at the same time, as we all go our separate ways, make sure to take a second to live fully in every moment. Let life take you down all of its winding paths, even if your final destination is not yet in sight. I want to end today with a quote from Eckhart Tolle, a German writer. Time isn't precious at all, because it is an illusion. What you perceive as precious is not time, but the one point that is out of time, the now. That is precious indeed. The more you are focused on time, the past and the future, the more you miss the now, the most precious thing there is. Thank you.
I also have the honor of introducing the valedictorian of the class of 2023. The valedictorian is the individual earning the highest grade point average in this class. And at this time, we're extremely proud to announce this year's valedictorian, Shayna Strusky, and invite her to address you.
Hi, everybody. Growing up is weird. Leaving a place you've been your whole entire life is weirder. There's probably more eloquent ways I could put this, and I could write sad poetry about it, which Miss Kilknapp knows I have. Or I could break out into song, but I'll save that for the after party. A quote that really resonated with me throughout my senior year is a quote by best comedian alive, John Mulaney. Things will get better. They always do. And then things will get worse. They always do. I don't know how this cycle happens. It just does. And I don't know where any of you are at with it, but I wanted to share some quick advice that's gotten me through the good, the bad, and the ugly. Be genuine. I must have said it 1,000 times over the years, but don't act like you love a person and then tell someone else that you hate that person, and vice versa. Embarrass yourself. Trust me, I do it all the time. And look at me now. I fall down the stairs, I drop my phone in the hallway, I wave to someone who I think is waving to me, but they're really waving to the person behind me, and I do it all with grace and dignity. And be anything but boring. Be yourself, be out of the ordinary, be emotional. To my fellow graduates, be happy you're leaving, be sad you're leaving, but try to feel something. I didn't really feel emotional about leaving until it was my last full day at Carver High, when I realized it was the last time I would be filling up my water at the water filters, the last time wandering the halls and talking to the most random assortment of teachers and students, the last time everything would be so familiar that it drove me insane. Some of you might know that I wanted to get out more than anybody. Some of you don't know the half of it. But at the end of the day, wherever I'm going, I'm standing here in front of all of you, near tears about the fact that I'm leaving this place. So thank you to the class of 2023. I couldn't have asked for better people to have grown up with. Thank you to everyone who ever said hi to me in the hallway or who laughed at my jokes. Thank you to everyone who was ever my best friend, everyone who ever supported me, everyone who ever cared. Thank you to my teachers, for better or for worse, you all played a role in shaping the person I am today. And thank you, Mr. Lamoureux, Mrs. Perkins, Mr. W., and Mrs. Waitner. You all let me walk into your room and stand awkwardly before I inevitably freaked out about one thing or another. Thank you to my family for everything. Grumpy Strusky, I wish you were here. Thank you, Mom and Dad. You never gave me any idea that I couldn't do what I wanted to do or be who I wanted to be. I love you. I love you all endlessly. I'm so proud of you, and I'm so excited to see who you will become. Congratulations to the Carver class of 2023.
Thank you both, Dana and Nat. Dana, I didn't cry when I spoke, but you got me. Cameron Zanaboni, if I could invite you up, please, our Grand Marshal. I'm going to ask Cameron to please prize our graduating class of 2023. No, you did that right. I'd like it if you all rose, please. But don't be afraid to fail. Learn from it. As principal of Carver Middle High School, I attest that the members of the class of 2023 who sit here before you, stand here before you, have fulfilled all of the local and state requirements for graduation from this institution as stipulated by the Carver School Committee. Now, at this time, I will ask that you be seated, and I would invite Mr. McGinnis to the podium to call roll for the Carver Middle High School graduating class of 2023 to come forward to receive their diplomas. So please be seated.
Mr. Zamboni, as your role, if you could please ask the first row to raise, and we will start the process. Shayna Lynn Strusky. Matthew Ryan DeSisto. Sydney Marie Sheehan. Avery Rose Craig. Lindsay Jules DeSisto. Riley Ann Reed Davis. Alyssa Lynn Weston. Sierra Autumn Carey. McKenna May Clark. Charles Robert Condon. Carly Michelle Crenton. Jasper Jaden DeMello. Nathan James Glover. Deanna Jean Hallinan. Tiffany Elaine Jomblowski. Ashley Rose Johnson. Isabel London Mercer. Avery Ann Murphy. Healy Amber Nelson. Jenna Marie Newell. Morgan Elizabeth Reed Davis. Amara Gabriela Reese. Amber Lee Smith. Allison K. Thomas. Jenna Grace Tibbetts. James Timothy Toomey IV. Ryan Charles Vincent. Maya Grace Wainio. Holly Ruth Weston. Lorelei Marie Gaynor. George Henry Beliveau. Jared James Bufter. Nicole Marie Brennan. Jillian Lane Brooks. Veronica Teresa Carroll. Madison Marie Chandler. Seamus Michael Dennehy. Abigail Marie Dolan. David Michael Domuse. Cody Walter Donahue. Matthew Michael Drum. Tyler John Dudley. Hunter Garrett Eldridge. Julia May Ellis. Braden Paul Fernald. Julia Ann Foster. Justin Matthew Gadles. Kylie Dana Gialongo. Kevin Matthew Ginnity. Madeline May Grimes. Amber Lynn Hoyt McGarry. Alana Lee Hutchinson. Gianna Ann Ironimo. Corey Daniel Johnson. Echo River Jones. Nolan James Kaiser. Elizabeth Rose Kelly. Ella Marie Kenyon. Andrew Michael Lakin. Ashton Paul Levita. Veronica Sky Littlefield. Cameron Robert Manuel. Colin William Marston. Samuel James Martin. Braden J. McCarthy. Bridget Lynn McCarthy. Martin Bernard McDonald, Jr. Thomas John McNeely IV. Brooke Mary Nielsen. Travis Stephen Joseph Nunes. Skylar Ann Paterni. Callie Marie Perry. Luke Richard Flommer. Ashton Robert Pina. Nicholas Brooks Place. Alexa Jolie Poirier. Avie Elizabeth Powell. Edward James Ramsdell. Emma Kristen Tatro. Carlos Matthew Thomas. Joseph Michael Tully. Eric Thomas Ombriana. Zachary Edward Walsh. Jacob Peter Weber. Connor Abbott Wood.
You may be seated. So I'm trying to shift gears. How about a round of applause for this graduating class of 2023? This time, I would invite our Grand Marshal for one last time to rise the class of 2023, please. Thank you, Cameron. And I am going to invite Sydney Sheehan to please come to the front of the class and lead us in the symbolic act of moving our tassels. Congratulations to you. If I could ask, ladies and gentlemen, if you could please rise and acknowledge the class of 2023. And at this time, I will ask faculty, staff, and dignitaries to please invite you out to lead the procession. And as you leave the auditorium, we will form our traditional walkway for our graduates to follow behind us. Outside.
Congratulations.